Is this you when you get your electricity bill?
Oh goodness! How will I pay for these bills?
Well, look no further. NukeDuke has a solution for you. For only $85 a month, your house can be run by nuclear energy.
But how do these prices even work in the first place? Hi, my name is Dr. Leonard Lamb, and I'm an engineer here at NukeDuke. I've done all the math, and I can show you how we get our prices to be so low. The average price for 1 megawatt per hour of nuclear power is $31.76. With a population of 13,200, your town of Daytown uses 39.95 megawatts per year. Multiplying these two numbers together, and then by the number of hours in a year, 8,760, we get $11,114,793.12 per year. If we divide that number by 12, we get $926,232.76. Then, we divide that number by your population, 13,200, we have a suggested price of $70.17 per month. But wait, we charge $85 per month. Why? Well, the extra $15 you pay is to ensure the safety of our plant and to pay our workers and other expenses. Remember, people in Washington pay about $201 per month. You're saving a ton of money for other important and fun expenses. You can save up for a trip abroad or ensure you have money for emergencies. The plant will only need 2 reactors.
Wow, the average Washingtonian pays $201 a month for their electricity? Crazy! With nuclear energy, you can pay 42% of the price for a cleaner, more reliable energy source. But how clean is it, and how does it affect the environment?
Hi, my name is Jessica Jenkins, and I'm NukeDuke's environmental scientist. Would you like to know how nuclear can impact the local environment? Well, take a seat and listen up. The biggest issues with nuclear energy are the indirect emissions and waste, construction and mining needed to make nuclear power plants, increased greenhouse gases. Now, while this is a short-term increase, nuclear waste is a different story. Nuclear waste is radioactive. However, by volume, most waste has a relatively low radioactivity. This means that it can be contained in a safe space for a few years until there is so little radiation that the waste can be safely disposed of. Well, what about the highly radioactive waste? Highly radioactive waste is sealed by special barriers that prevent radioactive gas from getting into the environment. The highly radioactive waste is then put into something called a rod. These rods stop the release of radioactivity into the environment. But this is not. These rods are then stored in a second special pool, which acts as a radiation shield to further protect the environment. This is the second level of protection to further protect the city. With this, nuclear waste is taken care of. Nuclear also has quite a few benefits that you can't overlook. According to scientific sources, nuclear energy has some of the highest energy density of current renewable options and is extremely land efficient, not requiring much space at all. There is also significantly less air pollution produced by nuclear power plants. So, overall, nuclear is the way to go. This is Jessica Jenkins with NukeDuke, signing off.
Holy cats! Nuclear energy is really clean, but how do we get this energy? Well, let's ask Daytown City Manager.
Hello, Daytown residents. My name is Kimberly Kim, and I am the city manager. One of the questions I get asked is, how will nuclear energy affect my daily life and safety? As a city manager, I have created a map to show you how functional the city is. Over here is the nuclear plant and the waste plant. The nuclear plant is away from everything in the city, the wildlife, and the ocean. The generation station helps the generation transformer, and it connects through the power lines over to the nuclear. The nuclear plant connects to the substation transformer, and through the power lines it connects to the city. And then the city gets the power they all need and for anything they need. The nuclear plant is away from the city to ensure public safety in case of severe accidents, allowing manageable evacuation and minimizing exposure to radiation. It's away from the city because if anything happens to the nuclear plant, the citizens will be safe and the city will be okay. We have a ton of wildlife and we like to keep them safe, and so we have a couple of fields to keep the wildlife safe and away from getting harmed from the nuclear waste. With the two fields, one is by the nuclear waste, and if something happens to nuclear power, then the fields get destroyed and keep the city and wildlife safe. And the other field is far away enough to be unaffected for maintenance of good supplies. The nuclear plant is far away from the nuclear plant to maintain its safety from contamination. Overall, the plant is positioned to maintain high electricity rates to run the city while also ensuring there is a safeguard for the off chance that there is a meltdown of any sort. NukeDuke will ensure your safety along with the best electricity.
Wow, nuclear energy is inexpensive, clean, and super easy to get to your house. What more could you possibly need? Remember, with NukeDuke, you'll be paying $85 a month for the cleanest, fastest energy you could ever need. Get your electricity with NukeDuke today, because nuclear power is the forefront of the future.